Good morning, people from YouTube. I'm Yasmin. I'm host for Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform where we practice languages uh, by fully conversation in the language that we are practicing for. Here we can practice English, Spanish, and French too. And as soon as possible, we'll have more languages here. This is not a class. I'm not here to correct anyone. I'm here just to guide our conversation. So you can check more in our website if you want. And today we'll talk about life beyond Earth. So before our conversation, we will introduce ourselves. So a little about me. I'm 20. I live in São Paulo. I've been here in the platform since 2023, practicing the English and the Spanish too. I'm host of these both languages. I work as a software developer, and I'm every time I like to read books, watch series. Today I'm watching Welcome to Derry series. And yeah, I think that's all about me. Claudia, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, good morning again. I'm Cláudia. I live in a small town in the state of São Paulo. I work as a project manager and I'm here in TNT platform since September. In my free time, I enjoy reading books, watching movies, and go out with my family. So I'm here to practice my English and get ready for a new professional challenges. Thank you.
So nice. I hope the platform helps you on that. Thank you for sharing with us. Bernardo, please.
Hi, I'm Bernardo. I'm 43. I work as a data engineer for maybe 14 years, 15 years. I'm kind of old in this role. I started yesterday. To tell the truth, I subscribed last week, but started yesterday because of the holidays. So it's hard to get by with the timings and scheduling things. And well, started yesterday. This is my actually not third class, not class, sorry, immersion, as I said. It's my fourth because I did two yesterday and do the second today. So fourth class, not class immersion. Sorry again. Fourth immersion. That's it.
Welcome to the platform. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's hard to establish something after a holiday. I'm still recovering of the holiday.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Bernardo. So, Luis.
Good morning, guys. My name is Luis. I'm 45 years old. Well, like Bernardo, I am a data professional, and uh, and I live in Campo Grande City, the most beautiful sunny city in the world. And very interesting this topic because in my city, in my region, we have a lot of communities who believes in life beyond Earth. A lot of strange communities, not strange, but peculiar communities. And in my spare time, I love to learn about music. I love motorcycles and outside activities. Is this about me?
So nice. Thank you for sharing. And starting with our first question, Luis, how would the confirmation of life beyond Earth affect major world religions or philosophies?
Well, as me, what I can say about this question, about the question number one, well, I think that firstly we need to split Abrahamic religions like Christianity, Judaism, and Islamism, this kind of things, and because these three religions they do believe that God create everything, not on earth, but in our universe. But about the Buddhism or another religions from Eastern, I don't know how to say, but the impact is will be very interesting to know. And about philosophies, I think that will would be very interesting to know some more things about. But I think that would be very a rich discuss for everyone.
Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe the religions that believe in a big energy or in um, a life that is taking care of us, maybe it will be easier to accept the life beyond Earth. But for religions that don't believe in that, maybe it would be harder. And yeah, the philosophy, I think, would be very interesting about that. So, Claudia, and for you, what's your opinion?
I agree with you guys, and I think it makes many religions rethink humanity's place in the universe. Maybe some of them might see alien life as a part of a divine plan, while others could feel challenged. I don't know, overall, it would start big discussions about meaning and existence, existence, okay? Maybe it's a hard subject to think about it. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Uh, will be really hard because for a lot of people, the Earth is the middle of universe. So if we discover that it is life in another planets, I think it will be really hard for these people to accept that, and will rewrite the essence of the things, like you said, because we will start to see that the universe is really big comparing to our size. So yeah, it's hard. Bernardo, and for you.
I think that's kind of tough spot because we know human beings are very stubborn when we come to religion, philosophies, and let us say opinions about everything that's related to creation or godhood or divinities. If you think about it, dinosaurs didn't have this problem, so we have a lot of problems about who made what, who created what, when. We are in 2025 and we have Brazil here what's called terraplanistas. So discussing human, not human, but different life forms beyond the Earth may be troublesome from some groups here. Not only in Brazil but abroad. You know, mainly religions. I wouldn't say they will have some problems understanding or accepting or even hugging the idea, my opinion at least. No conflicts, no conflicts.
Yeah, will be really hard for some groups to accept.
Yeah. If
Um,
you think about it, our sun, that's a huge, immense star, it's called dwarf star. It's the smallest of the other suns. So why not other lives in another place? There are a lot of places we didn't even know exists. So why not have life there?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And until nowadays, there are a lot of group of people that have prejudice with another countries, another ethnic groups. This begins really a lot of years in the past. So in the really past, the Europe was the center of the world. And until nowadays, there are some groups on there that think they are the center of the earth they are the only group that is good, things like that. Imagine for them to accept that there is another kind of lives. Would be really hard. So the question 2. Bernardo, how has science fiction, like movies and books, changed the way people imagine alien life?
That's a tricky question because I'm a kind of nerd, so I always seen sci-fi movies and books, and I love fiction. I love medieval fiction, but I like to, like, let's say, space fiction, like Alien Earth, this new series from Aliens. You know, I think it not changed my life because I I'm pretty sure it is only fiction. There's no truth telling. It's just imagination, but at least it gives us some scope what could be. Because I really don't think that alien life will will have big heads, green skin, and incredible intelligence. I just think they'll be different. Or no, they may be exactly like us, and maybe they're already here among us. We we wouldn't know.
Yeah, the science fiction universe is really big when we talk about another kinds of life. And yeah, always make me think about conspiration theories. For example,
Yeah,
um, oh my God, how reptilians, theories, things like
reptilians.
that, because it's really hard how someone can think in these things. And I always keep thinking in something like that when I saw something related to that, and how this person imagine this thing. And yeah, it's
I think
really,
it's
really
easier.
interesting.
I think it's easier to compare. We we usually don't think very far from what we are. We can't imagine something very different because we don't know what it is. So we usually try to relate to legs, to arms, one big head. So we change. Okay, now we change the arm. Now we change. Okay, now it has tails, or it has a beetle head with a horse body. So we usually try to morph and change, switch body stuff.
Yeah. And also, there are a lot of conspiration about some kind of life that is among us and acting as humans.
Yes.
So, yeah, there are a lot of theories around
Yeah,
that.
the cruise.
Thank you, Bernardo. Claudia, and for you.
In my opinion, science fiction has made people imagine aliens in creative ways. You know, instead of singing only the little green man, people now can imagine many types of creatures, cultures, even technology. We have a lot of science fiction talking about the huge technology. So I think science fiction is the meaning of you can do everything in another planet that we don't have in Earth. I don't know.
Yeah. And there are some science fictions that focus in a smarter life that don't came to Earth because they think we are so dumb for them.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's a lot of fun, of course, but in my opinion, it's so crazy. We don't know. Okay, can be, but I
Yeah,
have to pay to see. I don't know how to speak in English. Pagar pra ver? I don't know.
yeah. And I think. here in Brazil, we also had some news about people that saw some kind of aliens and strange things flying. So yeah, it's strange. I don't know how people can make this kind of maybe relation between, oh, I don't know what is that, is an alien. So yeah, it was really different for me. Thank you, Claudia. Please, and for you.
Well, I was thinking here about the timeline of the sci-fi fiction in the movies, and was very interesting because if you think that in the beginning of this kind of movies in the 50s, for instance, when the first movies came out, the approach was like the invader and the monster things, was very apocalyptic, very strange. In the 80s, we had uh, E.T. from home, more a more a good approach, a very childhood things, Star Wars, Star Trek, more humanoid, more like diplomatic way to deal. Now we have this approach with the biological things and the technology, and I think that shaped a lot. I think that the contribution of sci-fi movies and books is the possibility to think beyond, so it's different kinds of approaches and the possibilities because it's well, I think the human race is always looking for something external, you know. So because our problems is like we can't deal with our problems, So we need to find always a new solution, stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, it's something to think about because since um, past generations, there is a big thing around life beyond Earth, like you said. And yeah, it's really, I don't know, it's really different and interesting how this starts to be showed in movies, books, and series because it's an idea that is not next to the things that we know nowadays. So I think once someone had this theory and then another person improve and then start a lot of movies and things that we have today.
Yes, it's very interesting. When I am riding my motorcycle in these communities near my city here, when you stop to drink a water, for instance, and you start a talk with the locals, they totally believe in this kind of moves, like Contatos Imediatos Terceiro, for instance. A lot of people believe in this external life, and they uh, they believe that they have contact. It's very, very strange talk, So, but it's it.
Yeah, really interesting. Thank you, Luis. So let me see here another question. I think the number five is really good. So, Claudia, if we discover intelligent alien life, what should be the first message we send?
Wow. I think a simple one. Peaceful message, of course. We don't want a war, another war in our Earth. Peaceful message using basic patterns that any intelligent species could understand. I don't know. In my opinion, it's a simple and peaceful message. I think it's enough to send it to another uh, life in another planet, maybe.
Yeah, good choice. Maybe really big messages could bring some kind of,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Good choice. Thank you, Claudia. Luis, and for you.
I think that I would like to send a simple message as well, like Claudia said before. And I think that my message would be, if you want trouble, please come here, something like that.
Yeah, once I saw some statement that makes me think a lot that is about uh, Earth countries that there is a lot of wars and fights between countries, and the only thing that can make everyone being together, fighting together, is another life in another planet to fight for. So yeah. So I think the problem with Earth could be really real if they come to here. Thank you, Luis. Bernardo, and for you.
Actually, I think that we've discovered intelligent alien life. I think they would be very far from us because when they see us, nah, better not approach. Let them stay there because who can say that if we raise a white flag that for us is a peace symbol, maybe for them it's a drumming wars, white flag, crush them, we don't know. So I try avoid contact in the first place, try to understand or maybe just watch, observe, behold, and then let it go, see where that goes. I don't know. I really think that in challenge alien life, if seeing us, they would be very distant. I don't know. We are very problematic civilization. So
Yeah, they look at the human say, "Oh, I don't want to be next to them."
yes, and nah.
Yeah, thank you, Bernardo. Let me see here. The number 8 is really interesting. Bernardo, do you think governments or private companies should lead the future of the search for extraterrestrial life?
That's a tricky question, a hard one. But I don't think governments should lead that would say project, but I would say scientists, not only scientists, but not governments. No, not at all. Because how could you make different governments get together to lead this kind of project? No, we have internal conflicts already. This one would be a huge one. I wouldn't not only trust, but I wouldn't like to see governments leading this project. I prefer scientists. I don't know, humanitarian researchers. I really think so.
Yeah. Even discovers inside the our planet, there are a lot of fight because of them. Imagining the extraterrestrial life.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luis, and for you.
Yes, a hard question to answer because I think nowadays we have a lot of problem with private companies that that's that has a lot of power, like the big techs, and they influence our life every day. But on the other hand, governments with this power to deal with this kind of things, outer space, I think it's a problem as well. But I think that we need to find a balance between government things and private things because every human race will be affected with this kind of things. So I think that's is need a lot of knowledge to deal not only for governments and not only about private companies. So hard questions.
Yeah, maybe find a balance between all of the institutions could be better, but I don't know. Everyone wants the objectives of each organization, so yeah, could be hard. Thank you, Luis. Claudia, and for you, what's your opinion?
I agree with you. It's a hard question to answer, but in my mind, the government should lead maybe because this is, I consider it a scientific mission, not a commercial one. So maybe government should lead. But private companies can support with technology, for example. I don't know, I think it's hard to explain what I have in my mind now about it.
Yeah, the private companies maybe have more researchers to help, but maybe would need to be a great treatment with them because they would want the only objectives. So they will support once they receive what they want. So yeah, it's hard. So the number 9. Luis, in the next years, do you think humanity will find evidence of alien life? Why or why not?
For sure, for sure. I do believe in that in in that things, but I think that we are not close, but I think it's very possible. Don't know, but I hope that find something. I hope.
And how do you think people will react in the first moment for the evidence?
Well, Yasmin, I think if, well, being honest with you, I think the uh, uh, maior part, sorry, mainly a large group of people will not care because nowadays they only care about themselves, you know. They just want uh, their life. I think that no one cares about science nowadays, you know. They just care about their private life and their Instagram life, I think.
Yeah, it's a good point of view because I think in the past when we had some even small maybe evidence of another kind of life, even if it was a false thing, a fake thing, for example, um the ET that appeared in, I think was in Virginia, something like that. People get crazy with that. But yeah, nowadays, thinking about it, people are really, I don't know, don't care about the other things. So yeah, it's a great point of view. Thank you, Luis. Claudia, and for you, in the next years, do you think humanity will find evidence of alien life?
Yeah, probably. Okay. We are getting better at exploring Mars, for example, and we have better tools to study distant planets. In my opinion, we have a bunch of people who would run away to another planet. Maybe it's not my case, but I have some friends that are so crazy about that. Yeah, I know crazy people to do that.
Yeah, a lot of people just accept, oh, the future of the Earth is to be a sick planet, then we will have technology enough to go to the Mars and just that, but
Yeah, it's more common than years ago. It's crazy.
yeah. And I don't know, for me, it's easier to take care of our planet now and try to revert something to the just accept and don't.
Totally agree. I totally agree with you.
It's really strange. I don't know. Thank you, Claudia. Bernardo, and for you, what's your opinion?
I'm pretty sure we already found alien life, but not like a conspiracy theory like 15 area, not that, but I'm pretty sure they already found it and don't know yet, because we are usually trying to we look for something that we know or we don't know, but how we will not know that is different or similar. So maybe it's already there in front of our nose. It voila, we don't know that's there, But uh, if you calculate the light years between our planet and other planets, it's something strange, because if we found something, I don't know, in Saturn, or they're already dead, a lot of years pass, or they're invisible to us, or we are dead and they're alive and just spirits. I don't know. There are a lot of theories in there, but I would think that it's already there. No, as a spiritualist guy, I think it's a hard process. You just have to live through it and relax. It's my own wave,
Mhm.
like the penguins from Madagascar. Just let it go.
Yeah, and it's hard because we think in life beyond Earth, normally we think in creatures that have our size or bigger ones, but there are a lot of microscopical lives even in Earth. So the universe is really big. There can be a lot of lives that is really small that we cannot see
Yeah.
nowadays, and it's really expensive to research these things out of the earth because even inside the earth, the search for a small kind of lives is expensive. Imagine go to do a travel by a uh, in the space is really expensive. And yeah, for small
It's
lives could
far.
be really hard to find out.
uh, and it's far, it's expensive, and it's time consuming. Those squads go to the space and spend like 11, 15 years. That's a lifetime here. So you won't see your father, your brother, your kin for 15 years because he's out of space. Imagine another planet. So I confess it's hard to calculate that stuff, if it's possible or not.
Yeah, I think just the researches, physically researches, taking some material and maybe try to use some formula uh, to know that, but it's hard to
Yeah,
reach the objective to know if is a fully yes or a fully no. It's hard.
yeah.
So, let me see here. I will go to the number 11. Bernardo, do you think that the most interesting alien life might be found inside the planets, like under the ice of Europe, instead of on the surface?
I think the interesting the what's interesting for me, is different from when you think about interesting. I'm gonna stretch the idea of personal opinion, but I think that to be probably under the ice. Not only under the ice, but if you think about it, our planet is huge, and we're exploring outer space, and we still didn't even reach half the bottom of our oceans. No, I mean, deep sea, like very, very deep, human beings didn't get yet. So why not life there? I'm not talking about Atlantis. I'm not talking about mermaids or tritons or that kind of life, but I don't know, colossal life, or that's because it's not alien, but I don't know. It's hard. Our planet is a very old planet, but our civilization, as you know it, is not that old. The studies or the things we know that history tell us, I think under the ocean, you could find something more interesting.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Because yeah, even here it's hard to research for that. Imagine in another planet like we are saying before, um, is expensive to go to the another planet, and if you don't know where to research that, in the right planet to research that, because yeah, could be have life in just one planet in all of the universe, than counting with us. So it's hard. It's really hard. And yeah, like you said, the Earth is really older than the humanity life. So uh, could have another kinds of life that you cannot see, if we do not look so next. Uh, yeah, it's hard. Claudia, and for you.
I've never stopped to think about it before, but hearing from you, I think yes, underground oceans may offer some conditions. It's not a alien life, of course, but I think it may offer better conditions for life. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Still thinking about it.
Yeah, it's hard because the humanity kind of life just began because of specific
Yeah.
characteristics that allow the life. So would be really hard to find out a planet that have similar characteristics that could be similar kind of life as. Yeah, it's hard. Thank you, Claudia. Luis, and for you.
Well, like a cloud, I never thought about this question. And Bernard said before, I was thinking about our environment on Earth, and in our environment here, we have a lot of different kind of species that we don't know yet. And but a personal bet, I think that if you have the opportunity to find life on other planets, I think that underground things must be more cool because underground is always most cool than surface in every aspect, you know.
Yeah, because it's really hiding to find out that, and normally is a really different kind of life. We already know the surface life, but the inside the surface is really, really different and interesting too, because isn't easy to look at it. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. So, yeah, welcome back, guys, from the another room. Ricardo, how was the conversation for you? And for you, the first question: how would the confirmation of life beyond Earth affect major world religions or philosophies?
Yeah, that was a nice conversation. Unfortunately, Katiani and Bruno have to go to go out, né? But yeah, it's hard, né, to express yourself in English in certain topics, né, because you have to use a new vocabulary and the other stuffs. But yeah, I believe that I could pass the message. Regarding question number one, yeah, certainly. i- if you have this kind of confirmation, change everything, né? Uh, Particular because, yeah, it's not. Uh, it's hard to think about it, né? But certainly change everything. Uh, if you another society, né, have a possibility to release a kind of rocket or spaceship to uh, find us. Certainly, another society have to more how do you say development is much bigger if you compare with us, because it's so hard to create technology to face this kind of uh, problem. What's mean? Uh, Release a rocket in the finder so long distances, and the yeah should be great for us, because probably this another society helping us in different areas, but I don't believe, but that should be great.
Yeah, and how do you would react if tomorrow we discover that is life beyond Earth?
I became glad, I became glad because probably this kind of society helping us a lot to cure off a different disease, and the perspective should be great, but yeah, I I don't believe, not because it's not impossible, but it's the this kind of thing, the percentage is so small that's incredible hard to find this kind of situation, but it should be great, certainly.
Thank you for sharing. Anderson, and how was the conversation for you in the another room? And the question 9, in the next years, do you think humanity will find evidence of alien life?
Our conversation was nice. That's a great subject to talk because many conspiracy theories around the subject. So it's nice to talk about that. So about the question, I don't think so because uh, I believe is I believe this foreign research project it's all served to increase people's interest in films and series to generate profit for entertainment industry. So well, a lot of people believe in something. I believe that's all lies. I don't believe in NASA. I don't believe I don't believe in in many evidence because I guess I have the impression that all be just created by humans only. And well, so I don't think so. That's my opinion.
And the same question that I made to Ricardo. How do you would react tomorrow if we discover that is a life beyond the Earth?
Well, I think it wouldn't change anything. In my case, I would still have to wake up early and continue with my routine and well, as if nothing had happened. So I had a similar conversation with a friend who believes the earth is flat. And I asked him, well, so what the real difference does that make? Because life has to go on, you know what I mean? So, well, that's my opinion.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you for sure. So, guys, I think we don't have time to more on to everyone. So, I wanted to thank you all to come today. And I also want to invite you to my next immersion. Let me see here the subject because I don't remember. Okay. Will be about the 2025 rewind, unpacking the year's viral trends. So we'll talk about uh, things related to, I don't know, lavabo, the candy of strawberry that we had this year, pistachio, these kind of things that we passed through in the 2025. So yeah, will be this subject. Please, if you feel interest, come and we'll talk about it. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all for coming. I hope you liked it about this subject because it was hard, but I like it. I hope you like it too. And yeah, have a nice week, guys.